Welcome folks to another video. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, so last time we looked at Mount Sis. Today we're going to look at Kabir runes, and I'm also going to look at reps and how to obtain them. So first thing, let's look at the reps. So if I look at down my bottom right there, I can see 5 buttons. One says community. I've got two there, which if I click on it, it's to do with my guild and someone's request to be my friend. A level 15 player. I don't know if I'm going to be much use to him, but okay. Now, when it comes to obtaining reps, the first thing as a new player is go here, mentor and mentee. So if you look there, I've got 5 bars, each with add mentor. I'm going to click on each one, and I'm going to pick 5 random reps to grab a hold. I'm going to grab you. That's good. Who else can I grab? You. You're pretty good. Yeah. So don't be too fussed, because at this point of the game, you won't matter. But what you're doing is you're selecting 5 monsters to help you in the game. So when you got someone's rep, so this is the monster that they have as their rep, I can use that to help me once a day. Okay. Now, once I've got 5 mentors, I'm then going to suggest to you guys, always do this. Click on all of the person with a plus symbol for each one of them. And what you're doing is sending them a friend request. So, like before, when I accepted that person who's a level 15, they'd sent me a friend request. So I'm now sending 5 friend requests out. And so they'll get it, and they can choose to decline it or accept it. Now, if they accept it, it means I can use their rep twice in one day, because once as their mentee and once as their friend. And that's one way. Now, the other way, now I don't know if I can, yes I can. Oh, I can. Now, one of the other ways that people will try and get friends, and hopefully these guys are going to be very nice, is you say, look, please help. I need level 40 reps. Let's say 2 pass scenario. Let's do that. 2 pass scenario. So this is the chat. Press enter. Bang! I've just now put in a message into chat, except because us pass has the word us in it. It's been bleeded out, unfortunately. But that's what I've done, is I've put a message on chat, and sometimes what will happen is some of the higher level players go, oh yeah, no, I see where you're going, and they'll send friend requests to you, and that will pop up back in here, and then accept them as they happen, and then you can use their reps. And if you want to do it, and a lot of people may get annoyed for me for saying it, but it will help you, spam chat. So what you can do is click up the top. Now at the moment I'm in channel 130, so let's go 131, and then I could repeat the message, and you can keep doing it. So copy and paste. Okay. Now the trick to that, I'm not going to do it because I don't need to. I've got enough reps to help me. But the trick to that is then when I'm in the scenario and it's auto playing. So let's go here. Alright, I'm going to use you, going to use you, going to use you, and you. Let's go. So when you're doing this and you're allowing it to autoplay, again, may I repeat myself, don't use reps just yet. And again, I'll repeat myself as I did in the last videos, which is don't stress about runes on your dudes just yet. Okay. So, okay. Now, while this is auto-playing, what you can do is click on the chat. Someone's saying something about runes in my guild. So click on the chat, and then you can keep spamming the chats while it's doing its auto-farming for you. And this way, hopefully, you'll get reps to come and help you. I'm not going to bother doing it right now. As I said, I don't need reps. But what you can keep doing is keep spamming chat. So every time, go in the chat, say, please help me. I need reps for the scenario. Send it. And what happens is that when people see your message, they can click on your name. In this case, this is me. And then once they click on your name, they can send you a friend request, and it'll be on the bottom left corner there. I don't have it because I can't friend myself. Anyway, so there we go. I'm just going to quickly go through the chats. Oh, whoops. Oh. Okay, back in there. Get back into the scenario, folks. Get back into the scenario. Now, again, let's talk about the scenario. So this scenario, like all of them, have 7 stages. Stage 7's the boss. And then you got stages 1 through to 6. If I finish stage 1 and I get a rune, it will be slot 1 rune. If I finish stage 2, it will be slot 2 rune, etc, etc. Now the runes in this part of the scenario are what we call blade runes. Now what does blade runes do? Blade runes is a 2 set rune, so that means if at least 2 out of your 6 slots on your creatures have blade on it, they'll increase the critical rate percentage. Now hang on, hang on. And the critical rate percentage is 12%. So 12% increase in crit rate when you've got 2 of blade equipped on your creature. Now again, I'm not going to bother keeping these runes because at this point in the game, they're not going to be worth keeping. And as I said before, you won't need to actually have runes on your guys. I am being cheaty, as I said before. I've got to do so that Vampire Lord, unbeknownst, I didn't actually show you, but if you'd seen one of my previous videos, you would have realised he actually comes equipped with a fully set of fully upgradable runes. So, yay for me. But you should be able to pass this stage, including the boss, with your Water Magic Knight, your Water Fairy, Light Garuda, and Light Elven Ranger. Okay. And remembering, as I said, spam the chat at this point. Ask for reps to help you. Ask for reps to help you. Copy and paste the same message over and over again and keep posting it out there, because this is the way it's going to help you progress. Okay? Just keep spamming the chat. And so doing that, you'll get reps, accept their requests. More often than not, my other accounts actually have quite a lot of lower players as friends, not because I guess it's the same reason why I'm doing this series, is because I see the benefit in helping younger players, or younger accounts I guess, because if you don't help each other in this game, the game doesn't stay alive. You need new players. You always need players to stay, and if you don't help out, I guess, your fellow gamers in this game, you're actually doing yourself a disservice. Some people may disagree with me, but that's my thoughts on it. The game doesn't exist unless Com2uS is making money. They make money not out of the players that don't spend money, out of the big big fish that do spend money, but the fact is the big fish who do spend money won't spend money if there's not enough players around to play with. So, you know, I encourage, I guess, a lot of you older players out there to really consider helping out those lower players if you've got space in your friend list, because it's the only way to keep the game alive. So if you're new, spam the channels, and in the sense of spam the chat with your message of help. Don't spam it to the point where it becomes just irritating, but just do it one line per chat, and eventually you'll have enough reps that will help you. And if you're an old player and you see it happen, don't trash them. Actually send them a friend request and help them out. That's the way to help progress this game. Okay, almost finished the next part of the scenario. So that Vampire Lord is definitely helping, though. I mean, I'm passing these a little bit faster than what you will be able to pass them. So that's always a useful thing. Yep. Yep. He's going. Yeah, no, I'll take you out. Now I know when you looked at that just then, the Water Magic Knight didn't appear to deal much damage. There's a couple of reasons why. One is A, obviously she's done rune. B, she's quite low level, so she doesn't have much attack damage to deal out. The other reason, though, is because she's got elemental disadvantage. Remember back in the first episode of this series, We talked about briefly elemental advantage. So water has elemental advantage over fire. Fire has elemental advantage over wind. And the wind has elemental advantage over water. So Magic Knight, which is water, is up against wind units, which means they've got the advantage over her. So her likelihood of being able to deal a significant amount of damage is decreased significantly because of it. Okay, into the boss stage. This boss stage has 2 monsters, don't be afraid. I've actually built both of those two one in my second account, one in my main. So the one that's already gone is in my main, the one that just died then is in my second account. Actually enjoyed using both of them. Alright, so that's that stage done. Get a rune, random rune. This several times. Blah, blah, blah. And my reward is 6 runes of energy, 3-star level magic. 3-star level. Now, are they a worthwhile reward? Look, honestly, I've never used them. I just end up selling them. Maybe if you're desperate for runes, yeah, sure, but I wouldn't be too concerned, to be honest. So let's just get quick on that. Marvelous. All right. So yeah. The other thing to point out, if you can see, I've got some exclamation marks. There are other quests that you can click on. I'm not going to click on them, but they're things that you can do in your own time. Most of them are about, have you thought about spending on getting this item or getting the shop? Do get the shop, it's a good idea. But look guys, I think that's plenty of content for today's video. Thank you for tuning in. I hope it's of use, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Alright, so this is Karo signing off.